Hey, what's up, guys? Bigger Belly here. I'm laying in my bed sick, and I just bored as hell and decided, hey, I'm gonna record my bi-weekly video I do for this channel. Kind of just gonna ramble about sports. No real structure. I don't usually have any structure anyway. But yeah, I'm just gonna jump into it. We are 2 games deep into the Western Conference. The conference finals for the NBA. Both game ones are in the book for East and West. Let's just start chronologically west. Let's go Timberwolves, OKC. Where do I want to start? I guess I'll start in the beginning. Julius Randle absolutely pops off in the first half. I had doubts going into this playoffs if Julius Randle was going to be able to play good even, just because of his track record. I talked more deeply about it in my podcast I did with my friends, the Taste Buds podcast. Check that out if you want to hear my more in-depth thoughts on, I guess, my predictions about the series and the entire playoffs in whole. But Julius Randle's been playing great. This is an absolute hellish OKC defense to go against, and he was using his body, getting physical, and mainly hitting his threes, and that's really how he just really got the game started off really well for the Timberwolves. OKC hangs around the entire time. In the first half, they were down, but around halfway through the second quarter, they make a run to cut the lead down. I think they were down double digits, and they only end up being down 4 going into half. The first half was awful for Shea. A lot of the conversation about this game is the foul baiting, and it was really bad. He was really searching for the calls. He was creating contact, and I know it's really annoying, but yeah, he wasn't getting all the calls, but he was still getting a lot. He's still getting some, and that kind of really helped. That was his only offensive production in the first half. Other than that, the Timberwolves played pretty good in the first half. I mean, they're up by 4, but the second half, OKC clicks in. Everyone starts playing good. J-Dub gets a bunch of points off transition, and the Timberwolves just can't get it done. Ant didn't have a good enough game for them to win the game. I think they lose. They only put up 88, and the story of this game really is the OKC defense. Other than any offensive production, they're absolute just fire on defense. They're one of the greatest defensive teams. Just on paper, Caruso plays so well. Cason Wallace. You have iHeart and Chet doing their job, being big. And, it was just... I mean, they start hitting shots more. Shea gets more comfortable, and the Timberwolves don't hit enough shots. They don't hit enough threes to be in this game, and Ant doesn't play well enough, and Randle didn't have that great of a second half, but yeah, OKC takes game 1. It's going to be tough for the Timberwolves to beat this OKC team, unless, I guess, probably 3 of their players go, not nuclear, but very well. And I think Randle, I mean, it was still a good Randle game just because of how well he played in the first half. I think he dropped 20 points. But Ant and Randle, and then maybe a McDaniels or a Nikhil needs to contribute. DiVincenzo needs to hit threes, and Naz Reid was awful this game, so was DiVincenzo. Those guys need to be on for them to win the game. And on the flip side, quick shout out to Isaiah Joe. He actually comes in and gives some good offensive production in his short minutes. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the conversations about fouls this game, but you take away Shea's free throw. I mean, I understand that momentum is a thing, and that's been a big talking point. I took Shea's free throw away. They still won by 20. But yeah, I hope that they call the games more evenly, because it really does feel OKC is able to be more physical with the Timberwolves, and the same calls that OKC is getting is not the same calls that the Timberwolves are getting, and I would like to see those even out. But even with all that, I feel like OKC played a much better defensive game, and they were going to win this game anyway. But go Timberwolves. I am rooting for Timberwolves and Pacers. I have a Naz Reid jersey. I love seeing Rudy pop off. He was really good in the first quarter of this game. And I like seeing guys that are doubted on play good and just, especially good players. Again, I'm a Joel Embiid fan, so I always have like I know Joel Embiid is a very, very good player. He's an unbelievable, like, top of the line scorer, but people just, and same with Shea. Like, I don't love Shea. I think he's cool. I love seeing, like, the stuff about his, like, wife and kid. I love seeing the humanized parts of the NBA, just how you can not connect with the player closer, but like getting more personality than a lot of NFL players and not just other players around the league. Sorry, I'm just gonna ramble on here. Already lost my train of thought, but yeah, I like seeing players prove that they're great, like a Rudy Gobert and Randall, that they're great players, and they have their shortcomings, but they can pop off. They play again tonight. I really hope that the Timberwolves are more competitive down the stretch in the second half, and that this game comes to the wire and has a better game. That's what I hope. Other than that, let's just keep going on to this insane Pacers-Knicks game. Now, I have been on the Pacers train before the playoffs started. Again, check out my podcast. Now everyone's going to be on them because of how insane Tyrese Halliburton has been in the clutch shots. But, yeah, this game was insane. The Knicks basically control it through 4 quarters, and I know Halliburton is getting all the love. He does the choke. He also has a pretty good, he has a great overtime, but all the credit in the world needs to go to Aaron Nesmith. Wow. He had 6 threes in the fourth quarter. He rattles off, I think it's 4 or 5 in a row to get them back in this game. They were down by 12 with like 2 minutes left, and he just hits a bunch of threes. Knicks missed some crucial free throws, and yeah, Halliburton hits the crazy turnaround foot on line jumper to send it to overtime, and they get it done. A lot of overtime for the Knicks offense was Brunson save us and getting some foul calls, which he did. They got stagnant, and then Josh Hart had a pretty bad, like, last 10 minutes, including overtime, of losing his defensive assignment, such as, I think it was 30 seconds left, Knicks up by 1. Halliburton's kind of probing top of the key, drives the left side, and then Hart lets Andrew Nembhard just cut to the basket. Halliburton finds him, lays the ball up, puts him up by 1. And, yeah, a lot of missed free throws on the Knicks side. And, yeah, Pacers get it done. An absolute thriller in MSG. I have this series going 7. I also had the Timberwolves going 7. But I hope they do at least. But I had OKC winning that series. And I have the Pacers winning that series. Halliburton's awesome. Again, I've been singing the praises before the playoffs start, and everyone's going to be on his train. I am going to be on my high horse, saying that I didn't think they were going to beat the Cavs. I had that series going 7-2, and obviously they were hurt and their shot was off. But I did have them killing the Bucks, and I have them winning this series, going to the finals. But Miles Turner, him making some awesome jumpers. Siakam didn't play his greatest game, but that's okay. And, the Pacers are so awesome. I love the way they play. I love Halliburton's antics. And NBA is just, these playoffs are some of the best I can remember since I started watching this sport around 4 or 5 years ago. Like, really, really like watching it. Excuse me. Oh, God, I feel like I'm going to throw up. Oh, my God. Ooh, sorry. Oh, my goodness. Other than that, a lot of Sixers talk has kind of been floating around on trading the pick, keeping the pick. I think right now the most recent news is that we're trying to keep it. Again, I think I've talked about this before, especially on the podcast. I keep plugging it. I'm going to keep plugging it. No one's watching this. No one gives a fuck. But, I think I like Ace or VJ. I don't really want to trade the pick unless it's for a superstar or we're getting off Paul George. Those are my only two. We need to get off Paul George, or we need to get like a KD. And I guess if we are trading for KD, then it would be their confidence that Joel would be coming back. Joel's going to be 31 in this next season. He's had a lot of time to rehab. He's months and months off the surgery. They said he is ready for game 1. They said it now that he will be ready for game 1. And this early, like, them being confident that he can come back is awesome. I don't even know what to do with Joel. I really hope he comes back and shows how good he is, because he is so good. Go Sixers. But other Philadelphia news, Jason Kelce, well, I mean, I guess I'll start off. The tush push is not banned. Not banned, folks. And I do want to shout out a couple teams that, there was a, I mean, if you're following the NFL, there was a vote in owners meeting where basically they have a bunch of new rule changes, and Green Bay brought a rule change that no tush push, no pushing a player, and they needed 24 votes to pass it, and 22 votes were given, and so the tush push stays. Jason Kelce, the morning of the meeting, goes to lobby for Philadelphia. What a fucking legend. I wore his jersey all yesterday, just repping that. The tush push stays, and I've been, I don't know why, but I've just been really diving into, like, Hurts tape, and God, I love it. I mean, Jalen Hurts is so awesome. We won the fucking Super Bowl. I mean, the way he runs with so much power, I mean, I was about to just go on a glaze session. Jalen Hurts, I've just been highlighted. It's so awesome. But tush push stays. Green Bay can eat a dick. Shout out Bills. Shout out, I think, the Jags. I know the Aints did it. I'm not a huge Saints fan, but W for them keeping the tush push. I love the Lions. I mean, not the Bills. Excuse me. I mean, the Bills voted against it. I meant to say Lions. I love the Lions, man. Their social media presence, they have some of the most respect for Philly out of any fan base I've seen. Shout out to Detroit Times on Twitter. They're always sticking up for Philly. I see a lot of Detroit fans just stick up for Philadelphia, the Eagles team. And yeah, I'd love to see the Lions really turn up next year. They're an awesome fan base. Detroit's an awesome fan base. And yeah, again, like I said, I'm just going to ramble on here. Do I want to say anything else? Not really. I'm rewatching One Piece with my brother. We are, entering the Grand Line right now. I don't know if why did I say that? It's pretty relevant. Kind of losing my train of thought here near the end. I really gotta go to the bathroom because I might throw up or shit myself. But yeah, that's about it. Hope this video comes out today. Have a good day, guys.